Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is yesterday was my 16th birthday, which was 2 days ago for you, so July 28th was my 16th birthday, so I thought I'd film a get ready with me just to show you the makeup that I did on that day because I was quite impressed with it. Even though I'm probably not going to be able to recreate it as good, I'm going to try my very best. So yeah, let's get on. Hiccups. Let's get on into the video. Let's start off with the eyes. I'm just really hoping that this camera doesn't completely freak out on me, but I'm going to move you a little bit closer now anyway because I am going to be starting with the eyes. Okay, so as you can see, my eyes are not in the best condition, as I say every time I do a makeup video that involves doing my eyes. But for eyeshadow, I'm going to start by using sellotape, because if you know me, you know that sellotape is the way that I always go when it comes to eyeshadow. So I'm just going to tape my eyes so that I have a nice clean cut line as to where my eyeliner can go, as to where my as to where my eyeshadow finishes. So that'll just create a nice clean cut line, which is the look that I like to go for. I have really bad bags under my eyes, that's good. I'm now going to take a bit of the Rimmel Match Perfection concealer in 010 Ivory, and I'm going to use this just sort of as a base for my eyeshadow, because putting concealer on with your eyeshadow makes the colours pop a bit more, and it should hopefully last a little bit longer. So I'm just going to put this all over my eyelid, and I'm actually just going to blend it in with my finger, because also please do excuse the nails. They were my prom nails and they're growing out a lot, so I'm trying to get them off currently because they're really annoying me. The first eyeshadow palette that I'm going to take is the Morphe 12NB palette, which is this gorgeous palette you can see here. It's got a lot of pinky kind of shades at the top, then we're going to more of the warm orange colours down here. A very warm neutrals palette is what I call it. So I'm going to start by just taking this colour here, which is a really, is it going to focus? This colour here, which is a really light colour. And I'm just going to use this as a bit of a base for the eyeshadow. And annoyingly, the Morphe palettes don't have mirrors in, which is really annoying because that would be so much more convenient. But yeah. Okay, next colour I'm going to take out of this palette is going to be this colour, which is a really sort of warm brown tone, and I'm going to use a BH Cosmetics brush here just to blend this into my outer crease there. Oh no. That went well. I'll blend that in, I'll make that part of the look. Yeah, I'm going to use that brown just to blend it into the outer crease. Yeah, you'll see what I'm doing. And I know this looks a bit of a mess right now, but I am going to clean it up, I promise. I'm not just going to leave it like that. Blending it out with a Real Techniques 200 brush just because, don't know if you can tell or not, you most probably can, but it is very dramatic. Okay, now I've got this kind of base for my eyeshadow. I'm going to go into the Morphe 35K palette, which you've probably seen a billion times. And I'm going to take this colour here, which is kind of like an orangey brown type of colour. And I'm just going to take this in the very part of my crease there, just to kind of orange the look out a bit, because right now it's quite brown and I want it to be quite orangey so that it can be quite a bronzy eye look in the end. I'm going to use a Real Techniques base shadow brush to do that. Okay, so as you can see, it's a bit more oranged out now. Now is the bit that I'm quite excited for, which is the glitter. So to start off, before actually going on to the glitter, by the way I have turned the exposure up a little bit, before before going on to the glitter, I'm going to take the NYX glitter primer here just onto the base of my lid, because I want the glitter to stay on as much as possible, and I am going to be using a pigment based glitter, so it's not a pressed pigment. You really do not need a lot for this, like a little bit goes a long way with this pigment glitter, so literally the tiniest dot will cover both eyes. For the glitter, I'm going to be using the MAC pigment in the shade Star Dream. This was one that I got in the Nutcracker Christmas collection, so I don't think this is available anymore now, but if I can find a dupe or something really similar, I will be sure to link that in the description as per usual, because it is a gorgeous colour. Now I am going to put this on my eye, but before I do that, I'm going to prep the brush, because I'll just basically like to make sure that when I'm using pigments, the glitter's actually going to stay properly. So taking the NYX Matte Finish Long Lasting Setting Spray and a flat brush here, I'm just going to spray the brush, and then I'm going to put it into the pigment just a little bit and then tap it off, just because that will keep it on a little bit longer. When I've packed that glitter on, I'm going to go back with this brush that I used with the orangey eyeshadow shade and just blend the glitter in a little bit so it's not as much as a harsh line when it comes to the separation between the shadow and the glitter. I didn't actually put any more eyeshadow onto this brush, I just literally used it as it was, because there was already some leftover shadow on it. Now that the main chunk of the eye is done, I'm going to go on to doing the eyeliner. So for eyeliner, it won't be a surprise to you that I'm using the Maybelline Master Precise in the colour Black. I don't know if they do like an ultra black in this, I don't think they do. But I'm just going to use the colour Black and line my eyes. Done that, I'm just going to peel the tape off, and you have a wing. It looks a bit dodgy because I do need to sort that bit out. But it's fine, I'm going to clean it up with concealer in a minute anyway. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same on the other eye. And then again, peeling the tape away. I know that is that a bit shorter? A bit shorter, and I also need to connect it up again, so. Now I'm going to use the number 7 Amazing Eyes pencil in 05 Black, and I'm going to line my waterline because I feel like this just makes your eyes definitely pop a lot more, adds a lot of definition, so I'm going to add this to my waterline. And I don't know how I'm going to do this like one-handed. Okay, so that is all I'm going to do for the eyeshadow. Now I'm going to move on to eyelashes. I'm actually going to use fake eyelashes, and I'm going to use the Eyelio London Volume Petite 100 eyelashes. As you can see, they've been used, so that's why the band is like completely gone. But these are the petite ones because I do have quite small eyes, which you can probably tell. So these just have a shorter lash band so that they're not hanging off too much at the edge and that I don't have to trim them. So I'm going to use these if I can get into the box. That is one lash done pretty much. And I know that they look quite dramatic now, but when they're like joined together with the rest of the makeup, it kind of joins together. Plus they do need pushing down a little bit because they are going a little bit crazy. I'm now going to take the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara and do a very, very, very thin coat over the lashes, just to get them, again, to stick together a bit more, to hide any obvious lines between my natural lashes and the fake ones. And then I'm going to do the mascara on the bottom lashes as well. So that is the eyes and eyeshadow done. Yeah, they are quite dramatic, but it's my 16th birthday, so, well, it's not now, but it was. So now that the eyes are done, I'm going to move on to the eyebrows. So, of course, for eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Benefit Browsings, because Benefit products in general, never mind just the brow products, are insane. So I'm going to take a little Jack Wills brush and the Benefit Browsings, and I'm also just going to comb the eyebrows out a little bit because they're looking a little bit, well, a little bit, very, very sparse. You can tell I don't really do a lot to my eyebrows at all because I'm just not an eyebrow kind of person. Like, my eyebrow skills are very much lacking. So then I'm just going to take a Collection Clear Mascara, which is not very clear anymore, and I'm just going to use that to set my eyebrows into place. That is the eyes and eyebrows done. I'm going to zoom you out now because we're going to move on to the face. So to prime, I'm going to use the Collection Primed and Ready Reviving and Anti-Fatigue Illuminating Primer in the shade Warm Apricot, because I genuinely love this primer so much, and it is so affordable. So I'm going to use this to prime my face, and I'm just going to rub it in using my hands because I don't really see why primer needs rubbing in with a brush. I can see that it'd probably make a difference, but for me, I don't really see the difference between using a brush and this. Foundation, I'm going to be using the NARS Sheer Glow in the shade Mont Blanc, Light to Mont Blanc, because this is my favourite foundation of all time. And the way that I apply foundation is I literally just put it in dots on my face. I just dot it around my face so that I'm not putting too much product on. So I'm trying to just spread the product out as much as humanly possible. Because otherwise this foundation has a tendency to become a little bit cakey and a little bit too dark for my skin personally if I don't spread it out properly. So then I'm going to use the Beauty Blender to blend this in, but before I blend it in, I'm going to take the NYX Matte Finish setting spray again and spray the Beauty Blender. This doesn't make any difference to the setting, but it's just a lot easier than going to the bathroom and wetting the blender with water. Foundation is done. Now I'm going on to under eye concealer. I feel like I might need to turn the exposure down a bit because it's making me look a little bit pale. Okay, now going on to concealer, I'm going to use the Rimmel Match Perfection again in 010 Ivory as my under eye concealer, because this really does just brighten the under eyes like so much. So I'm just going to use this under my eyes, but not for blemishes. I'm going to use a different concealer for that because I like to mix it up a little bit. To blend in my under eye concealer, I'm going to use this really tiny little beauty blender from Real Techniques. I think it's Real Techniques. Yeah, Real Techniques. It's really cute. So I'm just going to use this to blend in the concealer. Plus, this has a lot less like chance of it messing up your eye makeup if you use a little beauty blender, because otherwise you might get too close to the eyes and mess up the eyes, which is not what we want when I've just sat for 26 minutes odd and done eye makeup. Now that is blended in, for my blemish concealer I'm going to use the Collection Lasting Perfection in Fair 1, because if you know me, you know that I am absolutely obsessed with this concealer. I adore it. So I'm just going to put this on any spots and blemishes and things like that. To set everything in place, I'm going to take the Rimmel, where's the label? Okay, so the thing's completely gone, but this is the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I don't know why that took me so long, and this is in 003 Peach Glow, just to set everything into place a little bit more and to make sure it does not move. To bronze up my face a little bit, because if you can or can't tell, which I think you can if my camera will focus on my face, I'm going to take the Hoola Light by Benefit. This is amazing because I obviously have a lot more pale skin than the original Hoola can sort of compensate to. So, compensate? Is that the word? Compensate? I'm going to go with compensate. Compensate to. So this is just for a lot lighter skin tones. I love it. I'm going to use this to bronze up my cheekbones, my forehead, my chins, all of that jazz. Highlight, I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, and this is the Ultimate Glow Kit, and this is my sister's, which very kindly borrowed me, so thank you, Emma. Thanks for that. And I think I'm going to take the shade Hot Sand, just because it is very similar to the eye look that we've done. So I'm going to take it onto this Real Techniques 300 brush, just a little bit, and just highlight. Oh my god, I don't know if the camera's doing that justice. That glow is insane. Finally, moving on to lips, I'm going to use the MAC Velvet Teddy, because we all know I love a bit of that MAC Velvet Teddy, so yeah. Set that in place, I'm finally going to use the NYX Matte Finish setting spray for its actual job. So this is the finished makeup look. I really hope that you like it, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to smash a huge thumbs up. Also, before I end this video, I just want to say, because this is obviously going up tomorrow for you, I am going to be at Summer in the City this year. If you want to meet me, I'll be walking around with some of my YouTube friends, things like that. So I'm going to be at Summer in the City on both the Saturday and the Sunday. So if you want to see me walking around, I'll be there to meet any of you or anything like that. If you want to meet me, you might not want to, but if you do, I'll be at Summer in the City this year. So yeah, so make sure that you are subscribed if you aren't already and you would like to see more videos from me, and I'll see you again very, very soon with another video. Bye! Stay there! Thanks. It's just not gonna happen. Balloons can chill there.